So this is actually like the introduction of Pearl Harbor. When I taught this, he had me just like teach the introduction of Pearl Harbor. So like it's not like super detailed. So we start off with the bell ringer, and it's just asking them what do they know about Pearl Harbor, because the class has been studying in World War II up until Pearl Harbor. So just they're in a few sentences they're taking their thoughts about what they're gonna write or what they're gonna know about Pearl Harbor, and then we'll get into groups and we'll do the think, prayer, share, and then we'll take roughly, I don't think, we'll take about 5 minutes or so to talk about their bell ringers and kind of use it as like a discussion point in the class. He had me put that in. All right, so the objectives is the cause and events that occurred at Pearl Harbor. All right, so things that you needed to know is that Pearl Harbor is a naval base in Hawaii. It was attacked by the Japanese on December 7th, 1941, and it lasted about 2 hours. So this is where, like, so not many people know that the Americans fired the first shot. The USS Ward was attacked and sank a Japanese midget submarine, and that's what led to the United States joining World War II. But so when Pearl Harbor attacked, I know we've seen the movie and stuff. It didn't really happen necessarily all like that. We knew we were getting attacked before they just started bombing us and things. So like we knew. I mean, it wasn't long, but it was, we had time to prepare, but not really to be able to defend. All right, so this is a map that shows you where you would be, like the path that they would have to take to be able to attack Hawaii and the base. So the Pearl Harbor is actually like down here, and like right, of course. So Pearl Harbor is actually like the bottom of Hawaii. So they actually had to go down and around to stay out of Hawaii. That way they come straight through the ocean instead of just flying over Hawaii. All right. So the reason for attacking was to keep the United States from interfering with military actions that they had going on in Southeast Asia. So they thought that, so at this time we wasn't involved into the World War II, but they knew that we really wasn't, that they wasn't one of our allies, so that trying to keep us uninvolved, which actually got us involved, they thought attacking us was going to do that. And 2,400 Americans were killed during Pearl Harbor. Uh, During the attack, there was 19 U.S. Navy ships that were destroyed, and there was 8 of the battleships that were damaged. All right, you don't want me to play this, do you? All right, so this, I think it's about a 4-minute video. I think it's either the day after, maybe a day or two after, and they're in like a plane and they're just flying over uh, Pearl Harbor, seeing all the destruction. I mean, you still see things that smoking. I mean, it's just looks like you would think it would. All right, so in our response, this led to the United States dropping 2 nuclear bombs on Japan. So they dropped one on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and these were the two. And so this is where I would probably in a real class like maybe get into discussion with them, and I actually did. So like, my question to the class was, did they desert? Like, was that worthy of us dropping these 2 bombs on these 2 places? And then, of course, you get mixed reactions from, you have the one kid's like, yeah, we should have wiped out the whole country of Japan. And then the other was like, well, no, they're innocent people. So that one question right there kind of, or statement, at least, are really good. I think we discussed that for a little bit. So So the bombs killed around 200,000 people, mostly civilians. So that's really what led to like so. Obviously, I think this was a ninth grade class I was teaching. So like most of the guys were like, "Yeah, like that was great. We done it. Congratulations." And a lot of the girls are like, I mean, they were just regular people living their regular jobs, going to work. So, and this actually is a footage that we've probably all seen. That it just shows some of the bombings that's happened, and it's not long. I think it's like 2 minutes or so. All right, so I added some fun facts in there because I mean I thought this was it. So the U.S. Arizona still leaks fuel today. So like I mean if you go out there today, this is actually a newer photo. Like I can't remember the exact year. I have it somewhere. Like this is like I want to say it's from like 2015 or something. This is a picture, and you can see that it's. I mean that's the USS Arizona, and you can still see oil that leaks out. So another interesting fact is that veterans. So like if you were one of the people that survived Pearl Harbor, you actually have like a place there that you can be buried. All right, and then this would be another. We would go into discussion about any questions they had or anything, and then we would move. So we have that's the actual worksheet that I would have them to do. So they would get into groups and do it, and they would write down the events that led up to Pearl Harbor. We would start at what led it to Pearl Harbor, and then like kind of end like at the when we bombed, and maybe even the after effect event after we bombed Japan. And then there's a Kahoot that we would play after we get that. And after the assignment is also like we would also discuss the assignment as well. And then we have an exit slip. I think that's it.
All right, well done.
Sir.
Any comments?